The actions of the tenants, the Jones, place the other tenants on either side of them in jeopardy, possibly losing life or limb. They have caused willful damage by allowing a bullet to travel from one apartment to the other. And I cannot in good conscience let them stay there and the other tenants be comfortable with what's going on.
Okay. Go! Will you hand me my screen box?
Now go.
This is 2501 EV27, Aero Property Solutions, v. Josh Jones, Clayton 9, and Michelle Jones.
Your Honor, Clayton 9 is not on the lease, so I don't know why he's involved other than being.
Okay, well, I'm going to introduce the case first, and then I'll ask you if you have anything to add.
Okay,
so,
yes.
This is 2501 EV27, Aero Property Solutions, v. Josh Jones, Clayton 9, Michelle Jones. Respondents all appear today via Zoom. Plaintiff is here in person. Vice Representative Mr. Wall. We're set for a hearing. There's a notice of claim requesting an emergency eviction pursuant to Indiana Code 323167. And the court has received, I think there was a letter.
Yeah, requesting jury trial.
Right. And given this is a small claims proceeding, there is no right to a jury trial in a small claims matter.
It says so on the motion we were served, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, it was also not appropriately or properly served on opposing counsel, so I'm not really considering that motion today. We're just here on the emergency eviction request on the claim of waste. Mr. Wall, you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm assuming you would like to testify?
Yes.
Okay. You can just stay right there so they can see you. So I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you want me to know?
The actions of the tenants, the Jones, place the other tenants on either side of them in jeopardy, possibly losing life or limb. They have caused willful damage by allowing a bullet to travel from one apartment to the other. And I cannot in good conscience let them stay there and the other tenants be comfortable with what's going on. The tenant that next door to them does not feel safe, and I don't blame her.
Okay, so you're going to have to give me a little more.
Did you see the police report, Judge?
I saw that you filed one, but I'm going to be
Did read
relying
it.
on your testimony today. If you can tell
So
me really.
a gun was fired, and Charlie can attest to where it was fired. I've not been in the apartment. Charlie has. But a gun was fired, the bullet was retrieved to prove it was a gun.
Okay.
And it went from one apartment to the other, and it traveled through a couple different rooms. The bullet did.
So, Mr. Jones, do you have any questions for Mr. Wall off his testimony?
Yes, I do. What room are you saying that the bullet was fired from? Because the police report's wrong. It wasn't fired from the bathroom. My son tried to commit suicide from his bedroom, and it went through his bedroom wall, through the bathroom, and into the other wall. If it's such an emergency, sir, why was no one, you didn't even try to contact us. The maintenance man only spoke to me. 3 questions were asked. And none of it was about anything other than, did I know what happened? I wasn't even here at the time of the incident.
Okay.
My son has been removed from the property.
Mr. Jones, this is your opportunity to ask any, Mr. Jones, this is your opportunity to ask any questions, and I'm going to ask you to sit down. We're not going on a full tour of whatever location you're in. You're going to sit down.
Yep. Sitting.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Wall? I'm going to let you testify here in a minute, but do you have any questions for him based off what he's just stated?
Yes, I do. If it was such an emergency and everybody was unsafe, how come you nor any law enforcement came to see us until a warrant was issued to search the property 5 days later after the incident? And the other tenants weren't even home, so how was their jeopardy? How were they jeopardized in any way? I know they could have been home, but they weren't.
All right, so Mr. Wall, if you can answer that first question.
I followed the recommendations of law enforcement officials, And I filed according to recommendations of my attorney.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Jones?
That didn't even answer my question, but okay. No, I'll just wait till I can testify. My wife may have some questions for him.
Ms. Jones, do you have any questions for Mr. Wall?
I would like to know why you haven't contacted us.
At all.
All right, Mr. Jones, it's her chance to answer any or ask questions.
Because once I file for eviction, I don't talk to the tenants.
You didn't talk to us even before you filed for eviction.
You are correct, because the police were involved. I let them do their thing.
You can't go off just the police report when our side wasn't even taken until a search warrant was served. And then even in the police report, there's lies.
Okay.
So you're going to take a side just because the police filed a report under what they wanted to put down? I mean, you could have come and talked to me. You have no problem messaging me or talking to me about anything until this happens, and then you don't say anything.
I understand.
Like, who cares what our family is going through?
Ms. Jones, this is your chance to ask questions. Do you have any other questions?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay. And then I guess originally Mr. Jones was saying that Mr. Nine's not on the lease. Mr. Wall, what's his connection?
He's there. Is he? It was my understanding that the son was over 18, so that's why I put him on the eviction.
Okay. Do you have any other evidence, Mr. Wall?
I do not.
Were you saying you wanted?
Charlie can speak to.
Do you want to ask him questions?
Do I want to ask?
Do you want to have
questions?
him testify and ask him questions?
I don't know that that's necessary. The police report speaks for itself.
Your Honor.
Hold on, sir. So, Mr. Jones, do you want to testify?
I would like to testify, but I would also like to cross-examine the maintenance guy.
Well, he hasn't testified. Would you like to call him to testify?
I would.
Okay. So, Mr. Alsop, I'm going to place you under oath, so please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Sir, who was present at the residence when you came in to take a look at the incident?
You were the only one present when I came.
Yes, that is correct. Where did you proceed to go look for the incident?
Pardon?
Where did you go to look for the incident?
I went into your bathroom in the upstairs apartment.
Okay. Upstairs where?
In your bathroom.
Okay. What question did you ask me about the hole in the wall?
I asked you if you knew where that came from.
Yep, and my response was no, I didn't, and if I did, I would have put it into the work order that I put in for the bathroom. After that, you left, correct?
That's correct.
So at what time did you talk to the other tenants of this house? Because you didn't reach out to them via phone, email, fax?
Sir, if you're going to ask a question, you have to let him answer, not tell him what you want the answer to be. So you've asked.
Okay.
Mr. Alsop.
What was the question?
When did you talk to my wife or son?
I did not talk to either one of them.
Then why does it state in a police report that you said that you did?
I don't remember seeing that in the police report myself.
Your Honor, can I call the police report into evidence, please?
So you're asking that I consider the police report?
Oh, I am.
Okay. So both parties have asked that. I'm going to take judicial notice of the police report that was filed with the original pleadings. Go ahead, Mr. Jones. Any other questions for Mr. Alsop?
No.
All right. Ms. Jones, do you have any questions for Mr. Alsop?
No, I do not.
Mr. Wall, do you have any questions?
Do not.
Okay. So, Mr. Jones, would you like to testify?
Yes, I would.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead and state your name.
Joshua Jimmy.
Okay. What do you want me to know?
The date of the incident, I was not even here. My wife was here at the time. Our son tried to commit from his bedroom. She got the gun. secured it, everything. When I got home, she told me what had happened. Nobody was home next door. We were trying to get our son into get some mental health. No one has came and spoke to us about anything. The cops did not show up for 5 days. And that was just once they were able to secure a search warrant. And if people were in such an emergency and the public safety was at risk, why did no one put my son under a 72-hour psychiatric hold or whatever they could have done according to the law? When the maintenance guy came here, I told him I didn't know anything about it. That's the truth. If I would have known that the bullet hole was there at that time, I would have said something and put it in the maintenance order that I put in for the remodels that are supposed to have been done since we've been here. We have since removed our son from the property, so therefore there is no danger. Me as the leaseholder has done nothing wrong except for allow my son to stay with us to get on his feet until he could afford to get his own place. I want the police report involved because there's so many inconsistencies in it and outright lies, which I just proved one of them by asking the maintenance guy a simple question. You know, there's so much more to this than what's being said, and I would like time to present all that to the court. And I don't think we have time today. But that's what I want to say as of right now. I mean, I've done nothing wrong. I pay my stuff on time. I've done everything that the man has asked since we've been here. He's not followed through on yet one maintenance request that was promised before we moved in with a handshake in his office, even though I asked something about the contract and he said, man, we just need to get you in somewhere. So if anybody's dropped the ball on the lease, it'd be our landlord. You know, I don't understand how I'm being drugged through the mud over something that I had nothing to do with just because it's my place. The person who committed the offense no longer is here. That's all I got.
Mr. Wall, do you have any questions for Mr. Jones?
How are your guns secured?
Our guns are in the closet now. With all have trigger locks on them until I can afford to get a safe, but they are all secured.
Before the incident, they weren't secured?
They were secure. Our son got in our closet and got one.
Any other questions?
I do not.
All right, Ms. Jones, do you have any questions for Mr. Jones?
I do not.
Okay. And then Ms. Jones, would you like to testify?
No, I think he pretty much said everything I would have said.
But it's your right to say something.
Okay, and so I've read the police report, and so this bullet, did it stay inside? Are there adjoining apartments?
Yes, it went from one apartment through the bathroom wall, both bathroom walls into the wall leading into the bedroom and dropped.
So did it all stay within this one apartment?
No, it came from their apartment through one apartment, through the next adjoining.
Use the addresses.
It went from 406 into 408's apartment.
Okay, so is it a duplex or?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So the question is, it sounds like a regrettable situation all around, but does this constitute waste? That the Jones son, the irrefuted evidence is that there was an unexpected action on the son's part that none of the parties foresaw. And not having these firearms stored in the safest manner possible, does that constitute waste for the purposes of the statute? What I'm going to do today is I'm not going to remove Joshua or Michelle Jones. I am going to, and just to make sure, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is Clayton your son that we're talking about?
Correct.
Okay, he is going to be removed from the premises and he's not allowed to re-enter those premises. I'm going to reset this for another hearing on February 18th at 9 a.m. So as far as the emergency eviction, I'm not going to remove the Joneses today. I'm going to remove Mr. Nine. I hope Sounds from whatever's going on, Mr. Knight, I hope you're getting the help you need.
Yes, sir.
We'll see if some resolution can be reached between the parties prior to that date. If not, we'll have a hearing on that date.
Okay.
So we're
Thank
gonna
you,
have,
Your Honor.
Mr. Nine, you're not allowed back in this property. And we'll see everyone back here on February 18th.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today? This is a joke. This is a joke. Today is an absolute joke. He needs an interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself sometimes.
This is a joke. Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed? We're going to start bringing people in person. We're going to start doing because people are going to learn how to act in a courtroom.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am?
This is a joke today. Again.
Ma'am? Can you hear it?
No, no.
Okay.
I have no patience for that. And trust me, out of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.